Hi. All right. I want to introduce you to a couple of things today. So, I would say the most active place that I share is on Instagram and my stories about things that I use to support my own body, the clients I work with, my family as a whole. And definitely this time of year, one of the things I get asked the most about is immune support. So, I've pulled a few things out here that I'm going to walk and talk you through today. And I'll link it up for you so you can go and do your own research, understand what each of these products could do, how you'd apply them to your own family, to your kids, to yourself, to your partners, and then you can go from there. So, the first thing that I want to show you is okay, let me back this up. I have been a practitioner for almost 30 years now. About 20 years ago, when we became parents for the first time, is where I got really serious about creating my in home apothecary. Herbs, botanicals, homeopathic remedies, supplements, and different tools to help when flu and viruses came on, when the immune system wasn't functioning optimally, how we supported our immune system and took care of our bodies. And so I'm going to show you a few different things today. One thing I've done over the years is I have different bins in the house that have products for different things. So this would be like our cold and flu, not feeling good bin. And then I have kind of like some miscellaneous where maybe this is some sinus stuff and low energy, and the throat is the big area. Maybe we need lymphatic support. Supplements and products that we take as a family of four on the regular. I have them on a little lazy Susan, whatever the heck that thing is. I always get made fun of because I typically say that wrong, around there. And so I keep the things that we need to use forefront. But then I have all these different bins. And so I do have a full cupboard behind over here that is our apothecary where everything is. So it's when we're not feeling good. It's also the area around here is where we make smoothies and elixirs. And so my family has to go to one location for when they're not feeling good, for when they want to feel fantastic, for when they want to create something nourishing for their body. And this is just what has worked for us. Now I continue to build on this as time goes on. So what I'm going to show you today, and I was actually just making my list of some of the things that I need to restock on. And I thought this would be an awesome opportunity to just make a little video for all of you. St. Francis Herb Farm is a Canadian-based company that I have been using for almost 2 decades now. And they are one of our first levels of support when anyone starts to not feel well. They are how we take care of our body seasonally, and in the moment when it's needed. So you may have heard me talk about their Canadian digestive bitters or liver support. Today, I'm really going to highlight some of the things that we do for our immune support and when we get sick. So product number one, and all of these you can go and read about on the website, so we will link it up, is Deep Immune. Now, Deep Immune, this is a tonic. It is a tincture. I love liquid-based nutrients and herbs and support as much as possible. We just use little shot glasses in the house. Yes, the kids have been doing shots since they were very little because it is easier to digest. There's bioavailability, can get exactly to where we need it to go. So Deep Immune, typically we bring into our daily routine October through April, which is where, you'll hear about like the cold and flu season. For us as a family, it tends to be a busier time. I'm typically traveling a lot in the fall. My son's hockey is full tilt. My daughter is busier with work. My husband's company gets busier. And so we do this daily. I would say with teens now, they probably do a few times a week, but my hubs and I do this daily. And so this is a combination of different herbs that support your immune system, support your cellular health and vitality overall. So that is number one, Deep Immune. The next one I want to show you is when maybe something starts to set in. So there's a couple products I'm out of that are on my list now, actually. Virefect, which for me, if I'm going to get anything, it will take up space in my throat. That's my area that I, typically will get something in. So Virefect is fantastic because it has antimicrobial properties to help to kill the bacteria that's contributing to this and really just kind of nip it in the bud. Their Oregano Plus is another one that we keep on hand. And again, anytime when you're like, your headache comes on, chills, aches and pains, just not feeling fantastic. It's also amazing if there's anything digestively that maybe your bitters didn't get in front of and you're just not feeling good. Oregano can be great for that. And then their elderberry cough syrup, which I actually keep in the fridge. We are out of that. So those are the three that I'm going to be stocking back up on. But again, we'll make sure to link everything up here for you. This one that I want to show you, Respiraclense, we have used this a lot in the last couple of years. We are from Ontario. We moved to British Columbia about 4 years ago. Never been through a forest fire in our entire life, and we moved here, and forest fires, they're a thing. Even if there's no fire happening actively in your community, the smoke, the way it moves through the mountains and the valleys, and so the Respiraclense is fantastic for your lung support. Now, this is also really good as a cough suppressant. So if you have someone in your family where every time they get sick, it goes into the lungs, into the bronchioles, and they get the persistent cough, they get a wet cough, they get a juicy cough. Respiraclense is a beautiful one. It is antispasmodic, so it can help to slow down and detensify that chronic, like a whooping cough kind of situation. The other one that is really good for that is Respirafect, and you can use them together. So the Respirafect is when you've got the wet, juicy cough. So you could do something like the Respiraclense, maybe in the evening before they're going to bed as this natural cough suppressant with the elderberry cough syrup, because that is very calming and cooling and soothing. And then you could do the Respirafect a couple of times a day to really get in there and just like bug out whatever it is that's trying to take up place in the body. Okay, so there's those two. And then the third one here is the Echinacea. So Echinacea has been one of the longest and most well-known infection fighters. It boosts the immune system. It helps to knock out any infections before they have really kind of taken their hooks in your system. So there's this one here. And in terms of how you would, or if you would use all of these, again, I'll refer you back to their website. There is an immune system masterclass that I am going to be teaching in the next little bit, and we'll make sure to put that out. The best place to follow me if you're looking at this here on YouTube is on Instagram, and to get onto our email list, because that's where we have everything. And then the last couple of ones I want to show you for your chesty, coughy people. This was my son when he was very little. Everything would go into his lungs. He's going to get anything, it's going to be this mucus picture. And there's other things that we do to support that, but this is the chest rub. And so this one is fantastic. This is again for cough relief. So instead of doing something like Vicks, which, doesn't necessarily have the best ingredients, something that is a little bit more natural based, but super effective without the chemicals. And so you do a couple pumps onto the chest. I also would massage this into the feet and really get the circulation in the feet going. The feet are a portal up into the rest of the body. So this is really nice too. And this is their chest rub. And then the last two here that I will show you. Stop It Cold. This is their throat spray. So I use like a natural bee, like a honey propolis bay spray rather for my throat because of all the podcasting and the talking that I do. If I think I'm coming down with something viral in my throat, this does not taste good. I'm not giving you the middle finger. This does not taste good, but it is so effective. And I will spray this right to the back of my throat and in and around. So if you notice you ever get any white dots. So this could be if you're prone to strep, that was me growing up, or tonsillitis, laryngitis. I get it as far back as I can and I spritz 3 to 5 sprays multiple times in a day. And typically by the time I wake up the next day, it has really knocked the wind out of the sails. And so you can keep this next to the bed as well. If you or anybody you know are prone to ear infections, okay? So my son used to get ear infections because of the thing in his chest, and everything is connected, all those fluid membranes and all the channels. This is their ear oil. This is incredible. So there's garlic that's in here. There's calendula. There are some other antimicrobial herbs. And what we would do is we would have the kids lie on their side. I would do all this lymph massage in around the ear, down into the lymph glands, into the neck. Okay, so like opening everything up, and then you drop the drops in the ear, and then you would again massage, like open up the ear canal, massage everything around, have them lay there for like a good 8 to 10 minutes. Then we would put a towel on that side, have them flip, do the same thing on the other side. And then you just put the towel there so that if any of the oil comes out, it's not going to stain anything, and that your pillow won't smell like, a marinara sauce from the garlic. And then we would do same thing on the other ear. I'm going to say something to you, and I don't want to open this up as like a big thing, but our kids are 17 and almost 20 and have never been on antibiotics in their life. And we moved through things. We moved through ear infections. We moved through throat stuff, chest stuff. And, again, I work in the industry. I'm so blessed that I have worked inside clinical environments with incredible practitioners and physicians and chiros and homeopaths and herbalists, and have been in contact with incredible companies like St. Francis to know how to be able to navigate and when or if something more serious was required. And we were able to just put a lot of things in place where we never got to the point where something additional was required. And so I'm not saying that for any reason other than just to let you know that there are possibilities outside of what we've been taught. Like when I was growing up and I would get strep, every single year I was put on the banana moxicillin or penicillin, whatever it was. Every single year, my sister was put on, new type of inhalers. Every single year, my brother was given the allergy shots. And when we really started to step back and take a look at what we were consuming, the ways we were supporting our body, that became less and less. And this company has played a big role in this for our family. So it's not for nothing to me what this company and these products have been able to do and their education. And so I'm always so honored to be part of educating people on the products. And as I said, we have a masterclass we're going to be doing soon where I'm going to go a lot deeper into some of the different ingredients, the combinations of those, how you would take this in and over the course of the day, and really thinking about, okay, if a flu is coming on, this is your arsenal. This is your kit. And if it's cough and cold coming on, this is your arsenal and kit. If it's ear, nose, and throat, this is the kit, and build it out that way. The one final little product, that I wanted to show you is because sleep can really be impacted when we are not feeling well, is called ValeriCalm. I use this for adults in my practice. I use it for teens in my practice. If you have younger children, I think the dosing on here, I haven't worked with peds in a really long time. This is on here for adults, and to contact your practitioner if you want to work with children. So this, though, is fantastic because it has passion flower, right? Valerian. It has ingredients in there that can just actually calm the nervous system, help you to get better quality of rest, potentially help you get deeper sleep and deeper rest. And there's no medicine other than proper rest and probably some hydration when you are not feeling well. So I hope that this has given you something to think about, some new products to consider and think about. Deep Immune, Respiraclense, Respirafect, the Virefect that I'm out of, Oregano, Elderberry, throat sprays that are antimicrobial, chest rubs, ear oils. There are so many things that you could be bringing into your home for yourself and for your family that are not just coming in and like eliminating the symptoms, but not dealing with the root cause. These are all going to support your body to not only feel better, but hopefully down the line have less reoccurrence. And when something does happen, you feel like you've got the tools at home, even if you can't get into the doctor's office, you can't get to the clinic, you can't get to the pharmacy, you have started to build yourself out, your own little pharmacy at home. So I hope this was helpful. Click on the link down below. It'll take you directly to St. Francis Herb Farm. They have a beautiful directory in there, and you can type in whatever health need it is that you're looking for. So they have a whole cold and flu section. And if I were you, that is where I would be starting my deep dive work and research looking into for now. So have an amazing rest of your day. I hope this has created some new simplicity and ease in all that you do. And we'll see you back here next time.